Hello and a warm welcome back to CruiseAway, your first port of call for fabulous cruise holiday deals that you can book today for a low deposit from just $400 per person. I'm Derek Marks, nice to meet you. And in this show, get ready for some awesome adventures as we tell the tale of two continents. We're going to take you around the world on exciting adventures from the comfort of your own home. Now, we've got 3 cruise and stay packages coming up that see you start in one corner of the world and finish somewhere completely different. It's a real unique way of holidaying, and you've got the peace of mind that comes from our 2.5-decade experience of putting these types of trips together. Now, just a sneak peek of what's ahead. We're off on a journey from Italy to the United States via Spain and the Caribbean. Then time to don your grass skirt for a Hawaiian cruising adventure. And one I'm really looking forward to telling you about, an unmissable opportunity to experience the Big Apple, New York itself, with a transatlantic cruise to romantic Rome with some fabulous stops along the way. So get ready for quite some journey. It might be worth having a pen and paper at the ready for all the details. And whilst we get ready to start cruising, let's tell you who we are at CruiseAway and why you can trust us with your next getaway.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
Right, 3 massive adventures to take you on. So let's start with the first of those. It's for October next year, and we're cruising Italy, Spain, the Caribbean and the USA with Milan, Genoa and Orlando stays. I'll be asking questions at the end. It's 29 nights all told, and we start by flying you out from Sydney to Milano in Italy. How fantastic. And we've got 3 nights in a hotel here to enjoy. Now, of course, you know Milan, or maybe you don't know Milan. Well, let me tell you, it's one of the fashion capitals of the world. You've got the amazing cafe culture. You've got the sights and sounds here like the Duomo Cathedral, the Piazza Mercanti and so much more. You can see Da Vinci's Last Supper here, or you can visit his personal 15th century vineyard. You'll have to let me know whether it's still producing as well. It might be, you know. Imagine that. A bottle of Da Vinci, please. I bet that cost you a few euros, wouldn't it? But Milan's an amazing city. I mean, all the cities in Italy are. They're incredible. They're great to walk around. Very, very safe, relaxed vibe as well when you're in Italy. I've just been myself for a few different destinations in Italy, actually. And it's just lovely to pick up a coffee first thing in the morning, watch the world go by, watch one of these bustling cities and everything that happens in them. And it's wonderful just to check out those wonderful sites, the basilicas, the Duomos, because they really are spectacular in these cities. Now, after your 3 nights in Milan, we're going by first-class express train for a scenic trip across Italy to Genoa, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. It really is a beautiful place as well. Genoa is a perfect little base to be in, actually. So many opportunities here. If you get the chance, because you're here for 2 nights, get to Portofino. I was talking to some recent passengers that we had on one of our cruises, was talking to me about just the beauty of Portofino. It's just stunning. And also you can go to the Cinque Terre as well, the 5 lands as they call it, which are perched on the coast with their wonderfully coloured houses. So if you do get the chance, because all of these places are very accessible from Genoa as well. The hotels in Italy, by the way, are just so grand and beautiful, and get out and find some wonderful restaurants of an evening, because honestly you cannot go wrong in Italy. Some amazing pasta, of course, some wonderful seafood combinations as well, and of course the most amazing gelato and desserts as well, which have to be enjoyed, let me tell you. Well, you've got 2 nights to enjoy those, which is brilliant. And then it's cruise time, and I've just been cruising with MSC myself, and so I'm really excited for you to introduce you to MSC Seashore. She only launched very, very recently. And she's one of their largest ever ships for MSC. And I tell you what, the larger the ship, the more there is to do for you. You are going to love it. Everything is just so easy on board MSC. You'll love the staff on board. They are incredible. They are what makes the cruise, let me tell you, because they're so warm and friendly. You've got so much to enjoy. I mean, look at that, the Bridge of Sighs, walking out over the ocean there and just enjoying the wonderful scenery from your cruise ship. It's going to be incredible. The theatres on board as well, you are going to love, because they are superb. Great shows every night of your cruise. Lots of different choices of shows as well. You've got things like the amusement areas and arcades, and you've got virtual reality rafting that you can go and do. Butcher's Cut, one of the specialty restaurants there. Oh my word, please make sure you do it at least one of your 19 nights of the cruise. Can I suggest night number 1 would be a good night to do it, and you'll go back for more. And look at how spectacular this ship is. All the indoor spaces, all the fantastic restaurants. There's a very different feel all the way around the ship as well. If you can get to the teppanyaki as well. You've got a sushi bar, which is lovely. So you really have got that massive variety of food options. The main restaurants are splendiferous, let me tell you, and you've got a buffet with a little bit of this and that from around the world. But do check out these specialty dining restaurants as well. They always do great offers, by the way, MSC, when you're on board for specialty dining packages, etc. So do take those up, because they are well worth it. What happens outside as well on pool deck during the day, during the night, there's always something different going on. They'll have themed nights for you. They'll have things like white nights, and you know, there will be a formal evening as well where you can all get dressed up and just have a wonderful time. Drinks on board, just phenomenal. Such a big range of drinks, you know, spirits, cocktails, they are all there for you. Look at that. The casino bar is well stocked there and ready for you. Now, remember, we're on board for 19 nights, so you're going to get to know this ship very, very well indeed, and you will love it. And it's just perfectly in step with this part of the world. But of course, we're heading to somewhere very, very different from Italy, in fact. So we are going to start our 19 nights in Genoa, and then we're going to nip down the coast to France, to Marseille. It's a stunning port. It's absolutely beautiful here. Fine wines, of course, cafe culture, and so much more. Barcelona in the middle of an itinerary. That's where we're off to next. Wonderful city, of course. If you've never been, there's so much that you can squeeze into a day in Barcelona as well. See all the wonderful, quirky architecture. 2 days at sea, and we're in the Canary Islands now. We're into Santa Cruz de Tenerife, because we're doing a bit of island hopping in the Canaries. Beautiful beaches, year-round sunshine, wonderful. Then we go into Lanzarote. You can go to Tim and Fire there and see the wonderful geyser. There's the dunes, which you can take a camel on, and lots more. Then we go across the wee pond, across the Atlantic we go, and we find ourselves in the Caribbean, Philipsburg, St. Martin. Vibrant, laid-back experience. Of course, it's the Caribbean now. We're just going to have a really laid-back time. But all of the islands in the Caribbean are very, very different. So Tortola, very different to St. Martin. And then we move on to San Juan. Now, this is a real feature port in the Caribbean. So we're here for 2 days, so an extra overnight on board on the ship. There is so much old and new in San Juan. Then we've got a day at sea, and we're into Port Canaveral. Now, Port Canaveral is incredible, because as a port itself, let me tell you, there are lots and lots of different things to do. You've got the Kennedy Space Centre there. You are on an overnight here as well, so you've got 2 days. A really, really busy port, one of the biggest cruise ports actually in the world. But there are so many different things to enjoy here as well. Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge there. You've got miles of wonderful coastline there as well. Great shopping, of course. You'll then come off the ship, and then we are going to put you up in a fantastic hotel in International Drive in Orlando. Now, Orlando, of course, is the home of all the big theme parks, probably the biggest and the brightest in the world. Can I suggest as well, when you're booking this holiday, speak to our team about booking your theme park tickets, because if you want to get those as part of the holiday, honestly, you'd be far better off doing it in advance with our team, let me tell you. You've got lots of different choices here. Now, if theme parks aren't your thing, there's lots more to do in Orlando as well. You can take a sightseeing bus tour and boat cruise, if you like, through the lakes and canals of the historic Winter Park. They call it the Venice of America. You can go downtown around Lake Eola, and you can browse the boutiques there, specialty stores down there on Park Avenue. And International Drive has some of the biggest and best outlet shopping, so my friends have told me, anywhere in the States. But I tell you what, I would absolutely love to go and do the theme park. So let's have a look overall at what we're doing here, because it's a big holiday, this one, actually. We're doing a lot of nights here. We are doing 29 nights all told there. The stays in Milan and Genoa, the fabulous cruise, which is taking you to France and Spain, around the Canaries, out to the Caribbean. You've got the overnights in San Juan and Port Canaveral. Then we've got the stay in Orlando as well. So it's a pretty full-on holiday, this one. I tell you what, by the time you fly back to Sydney, 29 days later, you'll know you've had a real holiday. You're not going to believe the price of this, by the way, because I suggest what you do on this show, by the way, is you write down numbers of what you think each element of the holiday will cost to play the guessing game. Lots of people do when they watch our shows. Well, I'll give you a clue, because $600 each today as a deposit will get this deal secured for you. Does that help you give you a final price? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's roll the numbers. Remember, this is pretty much a year away now. We're looking under $5,000 each. Now, when you think of all the travelling, all the stays, all the different parts of the world you're going to here, how much is included in that $5,000 each? It's mind-boggling, but it's true, because our team have put it together for you. And remember, $600 each today gets that deal locked in for you. Let's have a look at the details then if you want to upgrade on your cruise cabin. So if you want to go up to an ocean view, or you want to go up to a balcony on your cruise, remember, you are 19 of the 29 nights on the cruise. So when you look at those upgrade numbers, just split it by the 19 nights and suddenly it makes so much more sense. Loads of people love to go, of course, for a balcony, opening the doors, having the fresh air first thing in the morning, having your breakfast out on the balcony. You've got to have one. You've got to have one. Well, listen, it's up to you. Speak to our team now. It's a toll-free number, of course, 1300 306 134. Call us right now and our friendly team will help you. And it's worth, by the way, everyone that's watching this show, spread the word. Go and have a look on our website, cruiseaway.com.au. And listen, will you send the link out to a few people that you know on WhatsApp, on Facebook, or whatever it may be, on your social media? Spread the word if you're loving the deals, because they are incredible. Right, let's move on to another big package right now. And this time we're taking a Hawaiian stay with luau's and leis to Brisbane. That sounds romantic, doesn't it? Sounds amazing. This is for the 5th of October next year, 23 nights all told. We're going to fly you first from Sydney out to Honolulu. And you are going to have a 5-night fabulous stay in a hotel. Now, the package also includes, while you're in Honolulu, amazing, on one of the days you'll take an Oahu Circle Island small group tour, which is brilliant. You'll get to swim and snorkel with the majestic green sea turtles there. You can see the exact runway that was used by Amelia Earhart in 1935 at Diamond Head. You can also see the Halona blowhole there, which means apparently of happy fortune. It's one of the sites which is in just 3 in the world, and Makapu's Lookout, Sandy Beach. So a really nice tour on one of those days. But you've got 5 nights to enjoy Honolulu there as well, which is lovely. Now, after your stay there in pure paradise, which, I mean, it's going to be amazing. You're definitely going to come back with a grass skirt, aren't you? And some wonderful experiences. It just looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? So, after your 5 nights on Honolulu, and please send me a postcard, it's cruise time now. 18 nights on the remarkable Royal Caribbean Quantum of the Seas. Now, you're going to love Quantum of the Seas. She was a real game changer, or she is a real game changer for Royal Caribbean. Actually, the first in the Quantum class, which has been one of the biggest and most successful classes for Royal Caribbean. And you're going to love what's on board, because there's lots of things that you wouldn't expect to see on a cruise ship. That's what I love about this, is you've got things like the bionic bar, the robot bar there, which is serving up the cocktails. Now, that's as much to look at and enjoy as a spectacle as it is to enjoy the cocktails. You've got incredible dining right the way through. I mean, I'll tell you what, if you only ever went to the Windjammer, which is the buffet, every night of your cruise, you will say, I ate so amazingly. But you've got so many dining choices. You've also got something here, the North Star, which is brilliant. Now, that little pod on a crane arm goes above the ocean as well. Oh, the Seaplex. Now, see, I've been on this class with Royal Caribbean. You can roller skate on there, do a roller disco. There's dodgem cars, there's circus school. There is so much, honestly, that you can do in that massive space. Here's one of the entertainment lounges. This is called the 270 Lounge, which has got the wonderful screens there that become part of the performance, as do the windows as well. It's really spectacular. You've got to see it. So, we're going cruising. 5 days at sea first to relax and enjoy Quantum, and we find ourselves in Tahiti, in Papeete. Again, what do we need to say about Tahiti that you can't see in those pictures there? Just looks like pure paradise, doesn't it? Then we're in Moorea, which is in French Polynesia. They're just a few short miles away from Tahiti on the mainland there. You can head to a tiki village here and look out over Cook's Bay. Raiatea is next, which is beautiful. Another paradise, just gorgeous. You can marvel at the yachts of the rich and famous here as well. A couple of days at sea across the international date line, then a couple of more days at sea, and we find ourselves in Vanuatu, in Port Villar, which is the capital of Vanuatu. It's down in the South Pacific, one of the largest seaport cities there. Great handicrafts, wonderful beaches there as well. A couple of days at sea, and then we leave Quantum of the Seas in Brisbane. Then we come home and we book our next holiday. That's what happens, by the way. As soon as you get back from one of those holidays, you'll be there to book another one. So there's the overview there. The stay in Honolulu, which includes that day tour around Oahu as well. Then you've got your fabulous cruise on Quantum of the Seas. 18 nights on the cruise, this one. And the fantastic thing about this is we end the cruise in Brisbane. So it makes it so easy, doesn't it? I love it. Now, we are looking here at the 5th of October next year. Great time to get away, as we all know. And a low deposit right now of just $400 each will get this secured for you. And again, the price tag that we've served up for this, it's a 23-night adventure. Look at this. $4,499 per person right now. How we get to these numbers, I will never know. Well, I tell you what, I do know actually. Because we've been in business for such a long time, 2.5 decades for CruiseAway, you build up a big customer base and you build up an amazing relationship with all of the cruise lines, and that relationship is long-standing. And the more passengers we send to the cruise lines, the better deal we get. So it really is a win-win both ways. And being able to put a low deposit down on this one as well, just $400 each, just makes it a winning combination, really, doesn't it? Now, if you want to upgrade on the cruise, remember that's the lion's share of this holiday, then you've got your prices there for ocean view upgrade, balcony upgrade, and a suite. And a suite on Quantum of the Seas, let me tell you, you've seen nothing else like it. If you want to know more about the staterooms, the cabins on board Quantum of the Seas, then do yourself a favour, go onto our website, cruiseaway.com.au, use that cruise ID reference number, and you can really interrogate the details of what's on the ship as well. You are going to love it. But listen, if you're ready to book that right now, remember it's just $400 each today. Yeah, $400 each today as a low deposit. Give our team a call, toll free, 1300 306 134. Oh my word. As if these adventures can't get any bigger, I've got another one for you. It's a big one. I'm going to have to take a big, deep breath for this one. Are you ready? Right, we're going to cruise the Big Apple to the Colosseum with New York and Rome stays. So it's a bit of dotting here, there, and absolutely everyone. This is for the 17th of April, and we'll fly you first from Sydney to New York in the States. And we've got 3 nights in a hotel in New York. Wow, do you need suggestions for New York? Because honestly, there are literally 5,000 plus different attractions that I could point you in the direction of. But let me just pick out a few highlights. There's the Rockefeller Center, of course. You can go to the South Street Seaport there. There's the 9/11 Memorial, of course, which lots of people want to visit while they're in New York. You can see the famous Wall Street, the financial district. You can take a Staten Island ferry ride there with views of Ellis Island. You can go to the Statue of Liberty. You can go on Broadway, see what shows are going to be on while you're in town. Good time for shows actually on Broadway, so you might want to look in advance before you go on your holiday and get your tickets bought for that, which would be brilliant. And of course, to stand in Times Square and take those pictures, it's got to be done, hasn't it? So after your 3 nights in New York, it's cruise time. So down to the cruise terminal to meet Norwegian Breakaway. And here she is. 16 nights you will be on the cruise. Now, Norwegian Cruise Lines, honestly, They are forever innovating what they do. Everything they do is bright and colourful and comfortable, and they are freestyle. That is their byword for Norwegians. So that means you do what you want and when you want. And there's always plenty on offer as well. Now, the great thing about Breakaway is it has the waterfront, which goes right away around the outside of the ship. So it's kind of bringing the outdoors indoors, if you like. So restaurants and places to drink and places to just relax, they're all together on the outside of the ship, which is brilliant. There's great family activities there if you want to. There's something for people of all ages as well. So lots of families tend to holiday with Norwegian Cruise Line, and you can see why, because there's something there for everyone. Of course, they've got amazing ice cream, they've got amazing food, they've got brilliant specialty dining as well. Things like watching the shrimp fly in the teppanyaki, enjoying a lovely coffee and cake during the day. Wonderful, spectacular photo opportunities as well. I always think that's a big part of going on a cruise as well, is photo opportunities. And look at that, it's lovely having those dining experiences out of an evening as well, isn't it? Because of course you're going to some very, very nice parts of the world here as well. 16 nights we are on the cruise. It just looks phenomenal, doesn't it? And sailing out of New York will be your first experience there. Make sure you're up on top deck as well, waving goodbye to everyone in New York as you've got a day at sea. And then we're into Bermuda, into the old Royal Navy dockyards there, which is really lovely. Fascinating maritime museum there as well. 4 days at sea across to the Azores in Ponta Delgada there. Lots here, Furnace Lake. There's lots of viewpoints, and we've got the Crater Lakes there as well, which look gorgeous. A day at sea, we're into Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal. Take the train down to Cascais or visit Sintra while you're here as well. But it's a great shopping city and a great walking city as well. Next to Seville, Cadiz is the port here. Very historic port, this one, actually. Wonderful cafe culture, and you've got the lovely historical landmarks as well, like the cathedral. Malaga. Oh, wonderful. Southern Spain here. Head up to Granada City there. Go see the Alhambra Palace. It's got to be done when you're in this part of the world. It's beautiful. Next, we head even further down into Spain, into Valencia. Bustling central market here, and beautiful. There's a lovely biopark there as well, plus the Ladro factory. Next, we go off to Barcelona. Barcelona is wonderful to have in the middle of a cruise itinerary because you can just have the most incredible day there, seeing all the sights and sounds, and you can see a lot in a day as well. Cannes is next. Cannes looks the most amazing port, by the way, even if you just stay on the ship for the day and look across, it's gorgeous. Monaco, Monte Carlo, Antibes, they're all close. Livorno next, which is your port for Florence and Pisa in Italy. It's beautiful, and you can do both in a day as well. So you can do the Leaning Tower picture and go and see Florence as well. Now, we come off the ship in Rome, and we have a one-night hotel stay in Rome. So you've got a chance to do all of those things that you want to do in Rome. You can throw a few coins in that Trevi fountain. You can go and see the Parthenon. You can go and see, of course, the Colosseum. Or you can just relax in the city centre, do a bit of shopping, have some wonderful Italian, genuine, authentic pizza and pasta before you fly back to Sydney. It's an amazing city. I mean, you've got to see it. Vatican City as well. If you get the chance to go there, honestly, it's such a treat. You really feel it, let me tell you. So here's your overview. How do we get all of that onto one screen? I'll never know. It's brilliant, isn't it? So you've got, remember, your New York stay in a hotel. You've got your cruise there, which takes you across to Bermuda, the Azores, off around the Med, and ending in Rome. We leave the cruise ship, and then we have a night in a hotel before we fly back to Sydney. It's a jam-packed holiday, this one, but I'm telling you now, the price tag I'm about to give you will blow you away. Because I tell you what, when you look at the numbers on this one, you can spend that very, very easily just going to New York. Very, very simply. And remember, when you're on the cruise, so much is included, and we always forget the value of that, the value of the things that you're not paying for while you're on the cruise. So anyway, listen, it's coming up soon, this one. It's not far away at all. So I tell you what, I'm going to roll the numbers right now for you and show you how good this deal is, because it's getting to be not far off a late deal, this one, if you think about it. 6,399 per person. Now, just remember for a second just what is included in this holiday. the flights, the stays, the cruise, and everything that's included there. In fact, let's go and have a look at the upgrade opportunities first on the cruise. So if you want to go up to Ocean View, Balcony or State, your details are there. So let me just run through what's included, just very, very quickly. So your flight to New York, that's included. Your 3-night stay in a hotel room only, that's included in New York. Your cruise on Norwegian Breakaway, full board, remember, 16 fabulous nights, that's included. Of course, your night when you end the cruise in a Rome hotel, that's included, plus your flight back to Sydney. And we can fly from other cities as well. Just talk to the team and I'm sure they can arrange that for you as well. 1300 306 134 is our toll-free telephone number. But when you think of everything that is included in that offer, it's pretty spectacular. And listen, it's just another example of what we do here at CruiseAway. What we do is put exciting stays and tours and experiences around the world. We put them all together as one to give you a lot more value for money for your dollar, give you a lot more experiences, give you a bigger breadth of opportunity as well. It's brilliant. Now listen, while you don't digest everything that we've just gone through, 3 massive, massive offers there. Why book with us here at CruiseAway? Well, I can think of about 1,000 different reasons, but here's just some of the top ones.
With over 25 years of travel experience, when booking with CruiseAway, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday. Just pay a deposit today and then you have until the due date to pay your balance. You can browse our deals online at cruiseaway.com.au or call us toll-free and speak to one of our experienced cruise consultants based right here in Australia. Plus, as a fully accredited member of CLIA, AFTA and ATAS, you have total confidence and complete peace of mind when booking with us. CruiseAway, you know you want to.
And our team really are incredible, by the way, because they know the cruise ships, they know the cruise lines as well. It's not just simply a case of them reading everything from a book. They've been on these cruise ships, they've been on these holidays as well, which is amazing. It's a tough job, but someone needs to do it on your behalf for a little bit of research. And listen, if you have ideas of things that you want to do, by the way, we're just showing you some of examples of some of the experiences that people have really, really wanted to do. So we've put them together as packages, and then when we put them out on our social media, on our website, and here on the TV as well, they are very, very popular because they are very different holidays as well. It's incredible year on year how many more people are taking a cruise holiday, by the way, because they're realizing there's such value for money. There's so much included. You don't have to designate a driver. You know, if you want to go out of an evening, it's all there. Everything is there that you need in one place. And of course, you've got the joy of going and visiting and exploring these different places around the world. I tell you what, how we've brought together some incredible experiences in this show. Listen, if you missed any of this show, you want to see it again, just go to our YouTube channel. You'll find us on YouTube. Just search for CruiseAway and you will find us there and you can see all of our shows there. Well, listen, thank you for your company. Make sure you give our team a call. Remember, it's free to call, and thank you so much for being with us. I hope you come back and find us again very soon. Have a brilliant day. See you later. Bye-bye.